Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for November the 8th, 2024. I'm Mom. We are joined today by Chris in chat, and in other chat we are joined by Cookie the Great Eminence, who was shooting at me because I didn't give him my Hershey's chocolate. Cookie, we should have a wonderful story time someday. Do you have a game similar to one person starts a story and then the next person picks up the next line and the next person picks up the next line, Chris?
No, never heard of.
Okay, well, as kids we used to do that, so person one would go, "Once upon a time there was a spooky old house and an old lady lived there staring out the window every day." And then the next person has to make up something. Yeah, it's chain storytelling.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the next person has to make up something and they tell their version of it, and then the next person tells it, and so on and so forth.
Well, that sounds cool.
It's a great kids game, but we've done it for actual stories for, like, writing books. It can be really fun, but we do get off track a lot.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Depends. Can be great.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's good for telling ghost stories and stuff like that.
For any kind of story. Cookie says, I had that, even entered a competition and performed in front of a king. Well, that's kind of awesome.
Which king? Excuse me.
I have no idea.
But I want to know.
King Charles Spaniel? King, what's his name, Charles?
King
Elvis?
Charles III, I guess. Michael Jackson?
A sultan. A sultan, that's interesting. I've never met a sultan.
Wow. People are rubbing shoulders, I see.
What?
Well, people in your stream are rubbing shoulders. But you know that expression? I mean, I don't, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, as long
What
as...
the hell happened with my loadout here? What the hell shenanigans is this?
I didn't even check my loadout because I went and did ground.
And I never touched that. What the frick?
Well, I'm good here. I've got some phasers loaded up. Cookie says, yeah, we get disqualified because one of my teammates accidentally said holy bad word in the heat of the moment.
Oh.
Oopsie. I was doing a martial arts competition where you're supposed to choreograph a martial arts piece to a piece of music. So I found something I really liked, and I went to start it up and hit the wrong song, and the song that I hit was just F-bombs and S-bombs, and I'm like, whoa, sorry. I was so thrown I couldn't do it.
That song won't slide.
Yeah, I just stepped up and went, oh, no, that threw me too much, I can't do it, which is good, because I really didn't want to do that.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, performing in front of crowds is like, ooh.
Oh, I don't mind that so much. Good morning, Sponzo. Though I say that the last time I competed in front of a group, at that point, was I still third? No, it was a new fourth. Yeah, it was a new fourth degree. And you always compete by gender and age and rank. So if I was competing, let's say I was 50 at the time, which I wasn't, but I could only compete against female fourth degrees who were 50 to 60 years of age. And of course there's nobody, which means that I was going to get the first place no matter what. No problem. Exactly, Cookie. And I still got all panicky and almost was throwing up on the sides because I just was not doing well. But a couple of years prior to that, I used to compete like every single weekend.
I've got so much low-buy crystals, and there's literally nothing really tempting to buy for it. It's been ages since they've added a new ship into the list.
Yeah, Cookie, I did until, a couple of years ago, did Taekwondo, and used to compete fairly regularly, especially when I was like 40 to 50. And pulled a couple of state championships. Now I do Hapkido, and we do not compete. We just beat the crap out of people. Excuse me, beat the heck out of people. Bad language, Mom. Bad language.
Wow, on your own show. Wow.
Yes. Yes, indeed, Cookie, that would be what I am. I try to be. My current endeavor is hitting the gym 5 days a week with a trainer because I want to be, in my next life, I want to be Hugh Jackman.
Oh god, no, that won't slide. Go away. I need to re-roll this.
Reroll it.
I will re-roll the heck out of this. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I can do that.
Greetings,
Just
puny
my-
humans. Thank you, Cliff. Well, I need to do some Zenkethi.
Humans, have you been talking with the AI that was been voiced by Jeffrey Combs?
No. The puny humans would be Loki. No, would be Hulk.
No, I think
Oh no, that's
people-
puny God. Excuse me, that's puny God.
Speaking of, I did get his kid. Agimus, that's what his name was.
Yes, Agimus. Isn't Agimus in the game too? Oh.
He's in the game.
Oh, I heard.
It's a universal kit module, and you can actually you deploy him, and he laughs maniacally like crazy during matches. I want to see that one day.
Okay, speaking of lower decks, they have the Klingon Honor Guard armor in the show from Star Trek Online. So our costume is now part of lower decks. Let me see.
I do like that the new Trek is kind of like trying to integrate elements from all the connected universes. Like,
Yeah, well,
they might not just pick up all the stories from SDO, but they will definitely pick up designs, and that just makes us feel seen. I like it.
oh yes. Let me see if I can find the image from yesterday.
I like it.
And of course, I can't find the image from yesterday.
Aww.
It is out there. But so, if you haven't seen Lower Decks yet, we haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't.
I'm told
Still
it's in
waiting.
this week's episode. No. Keeps coming up with something else. That's not fun. And
Uh-huh.
for some reason, I kept saying yesterday that it's a XP weekend. It's not. It's a Marks weekend. What used to matter there?
Mark's weekend.
A Marks weekend, double marks or extra marks.
I don't need all the marks. Yeah.
All the
Not
marks,
anymore.
all the time.
Good morning.
Good morning, Taz.
Hello.
You sound very tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, he sounded kind of weak on the voice.
I would think I sounded really happy.
Oh, well, good. Yay. Yay, Taz. You're so
bought a
happy
new
that you're
computer
relaxed.
today.
You bought what?
I bought a new computer. I
Mm.
ordered my new computer. It will take some time to arrive.
Oh, yeah.
Is it like custom build and super funky and all that good stuff?
I ordered the parts. I'm gonna build it myself.
You are.
Okay. Wow, I always admire people who actually build their own computers. I couldn't be bothered.
I built this one with my
well,
husband's assistance, but next time it's just going to be like, hi, yeah, I'd like this, and this, and this, and this. How much for you to put it together? Oh, that much? Fine.
Yep.
Go ahead.
That would be me.
I'm educated as a computer engineer, so not building the computer would mean that I was done with computers.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm done with is anything that requires controlled handwork or good vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after the last one, when my fingers could barely grab those little teeny parts and my eyesight was garbage. Nope, not doing that anymore.
That's true. My eyesight is starting to go to hell as well. So maybe I should just let them build it for me.
Well, so you've heard the story about just before my husband passed, like 2 years before he passed, he decided to replace his computer because he couldn't get internet on his computer anymore, which kind of takes away the purpose. So I gave him one of my laptops for that. And he's like, no, I'll build a new one. And it never, ever worked. Apparently he had bent the pins during doing one part of the installation because, getting older, lack of good control, and poor vision. And he never figured out that's what had happened. So after he passed, my son took it over to a shop, and they said, yeah, well, it's bent here, a couple $100 to replace it. Yeah, I do sound like I have a cold, don't I, Lexers? I feel like I have a cold. I feel all sniffly and sneezy.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I need
well,
to
even though
do
I
the
don't-
daily.
Oh, which daily? Red Alert?
Oh,
That's not yet up.
Yeah,
Is it?
went up yesterday at noon.
event red
Oh, they
alert. Yay.
So they started
Yeah,
yesterday.
okay,
I haven't done one myself either. Oh, no.
Oh, well, we can certainly do
Yeah,
a Red
then I would
Alert.
definitely need it.
Okay, give me a sec.
Sure,
I'll make up a
we
team
can do
here.
a red alert. Anyways, I bought the 9800 X3D and no expenses spared.
Oh dear.
So I got like a M.2 with 14,000 megabytes a second read and 12,000 megabytes a second write. Freaking insane!
No, Cliff, I think there was a maintenance, but there was no patch notes, so I
Yeah.
don't think they've done anything. It was just a server maintenance stuff.
Yeah. I know it was down because I came back from something first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my
it was
dailies. And could not access it, so I assumed they just took it down.
Yeah, it was off. I mean, they've done it before, so it's not.
Well, this is the first week that I'd say 95% of the Cryptic team is now gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's now over to Deca, and they're supposed to be doing patch notes. They do have a community manager who's supposed to do that, but maybe they're not on board yet.
Maybe there was just nothing to patch out. They were just doing a routine server maintenance, and they didn't need to post patch notes.
Yeah, but they usually stick out a message that, hey, we're going to be down from this to that.
They did. There was a message.
Oh, I didn't get it.
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh,
That's
then
the
I'll
thing,
get it
they
tomorrow on Twitter. Yeah, my Twitter runs a
I-
little late.
I wish they. Oh yeah, this latest is an understatement. I wish they just moved to other social media. I think it's just like, they should have bigger presence on like stuff like Instagram, Facebook.
Oh,
Because Twitter is kind of like people are running away from it. I've even seen Star Trek related celebrities and actors who are just like closing their accounts permanently because they don't want to have anything to do with it. And I can't blame them, honestly. They're just
Oh.
moving to the Blue Sky, and I really like Blue Sky. It's minimalistic, it's simplistic, it resembles 2015 Twitter without all the fuss, and it has an ability to like block people in bulk. So you just put people on a list with a special keyword that they either use or have in their bios, and they're blocked permanently by just clicking one button on the list. You can easily isolate yourself from unwanted individuals without the fuss. Very, very, very kind people are actually leading it. They're aware that what's going on in the social media and
Yeah.
have been actually making it work on the Blue Sky is a lot better than it actually has been working everywhere else.
Sorry, not laughing at you. I'm laughing that Cookie said, you know what would make everyone happy? And my immediate thought is Hershey's. And he goes, Hershey's chocolates. We think alike, Cookie. Yeah, Kel pretty much stepped away from Star Trek Online, was only doing Champions. Was Champions or the other one? Neverwinter? He was only doing one and then dropping that off because they're basically not doing anything to develop, no new stories, no new actors, no new nothing. What can you do? Which is why we started doing the Tuesday night things. And then my Tuesday nights have exploded. But we'll get back to that. We will get back to having Tuesday night guests, but probably one every other week, since we're not getting a lot of people who want to jump in and do it. But we'll work it out. We'll make Tuesday something interesting until they figure out what they're doing in Decaland. Waiting on Cliff to get in. Anybody else want to get in for a little red alert? Yeah, of course. Cookie, just let me know who you're on because I'm on a different account, which means I don't have everybody as a friend here. Ah! Stop that. Stop that! Friend invitation is sent, Cookie. And I'll add you to the party as soon as the flying goes, because it's right over your name. There we go. No worries, Lexers. This is Battle Mom. Okay, so this account is Brondo Moogie, and this is Battle Mom. Both of those are names from DT. Battle Mom, and she's a Ferengi, because, you know, who else?
Can you recommend something unnecessary for a new computer?
Something unnecessary. Depends on what you've already got.
It was way cheaper than I expected it to be, so I have a lot of money extra to spend. So now they're just burning a hole in my pocket.
Well, let's see. You got a good video card, I presume.
Yeah.
Solid state drives.
So, I just told you I'm getting a M.2 drive.
Okay,
that's
sorry.
like 14,000 megabytes a second read and 12,000 megabytes a second write.
Okie
So
dokie.
it's insane.
Dang, then I don't know what else. Yeah, that's the one.
Unnecessary? I don't know. Wireless keyboard. If you don't have one. Mouse pad that just takes the space of the entire desk with like the outline that glows.
I have the Corsair desk pad that is also a USB hub,
Oh, okay.
and it lights up. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you already got that one.
Things
And I
that
have a K90, and I have a Dark Core RGB, and I don't remember what the headset's called, but I have the top of the line headset with the stand. Oh yeah, I need a new set of speakers.
Marhawkman, do you want me to
Okay.
send you an invitation for the party? We're just going to do one of the red alerts. Does anybody need Borg or
I need one Borg TFO and some Vath ships in the Dyson Sphere and some Terran ships in the battle zone. But I am already in the Terran battle zone, so probably will be done with that in a moment.
I don't know. After I stopped doing my endeavors, I've been sleeping so well that I don't know if I want to stop doing them again.
do the ones that are fun for the sake of them being fun?
I only have two things, two skill trees in the Endeavor list that I need to finish off, and then I'm really done.
And Marhawkman needs transdimensional tactics too, so we'll probably take a slam through that one real quick. So let's do a red alert. Did anyone need Borg ships or Tholian ships?
Nope.
Okie doke.
I do like running the Tholian Red Alert, though.
Yeah, I
It
kinda
takes
do
a
too.
little bit longer than the Borg one.
Yeah, we've knocked that one out in like 90 seconds. Cliff, you
Yeah, the Borg one
can
is like
accept.
you sneeze on them.
You can, Cliff, except I already have 5 people here. But give me a minute. We'll do this one, and then you're more than welcome to join the band of merry men and women. Captain, I object. I am not merry. But I'm dish.
Oh dear lord.
Well, I did
I'm
cue
not
it
a merry
up. Let's see
man.
if it
I'm
likes that.
Grumpy man.
Wow, it did not like that. Let's try that. Hold on. Is Red Alert a patrol? Or is it a TFO? It's a
No,
patrol.
it's a TFO.
Why is it not popping then? Let's try that
Because
again.
it's not cute. Let me see.
Let's try
No,
that
I don't
again. Hang
think
on. No, it hit it and it didn't queue again. Oh, it's... Oh.
It doesn't want to queue us up.
Oh, what's going on here? Taz?
Yes.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Cookie isn't in here. Let me try that. Cookie, I'm sending you an
Probably
invite.
have a pending invite.
No, he's in the team, but he's not in the private queue for whatever reason. That's really
bizarre.
weird. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, meh. Okay, humma.
Talking Simlish now.
Yeah, let's try that again. Okay, everybody's in the private queue now. We just have to have Mar Hawkman accept us. We're all in here. You said you wanted to do Tholians, right?
I mean, yeah, I think it's better, but...
Cookie, you're in. It's a private queue. It's not the team queue. So if you look at my screen, you can see that you're in the queue.
Oh, enough, you damn Terran.
Because Marhawkman's playing on a Klingon, so we have to do a private queue instead. See, I have phaser damage to do on this dude. Let's see if we can get that knocked out here. No, don't worry. It happens every single day. And there's my 50,000. Once we get done with this, we will go see what people need for their morning endeavors.
The names of the Thorian tarantulas are quite funny.
I learned of a duty officer, duty officer that gives you 50% increased plasma damage.
Oh! Which one?
But it 21 or 47?
I'm wondering how much that goes for on the exchange.
Like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at your ship.
Yeah, but 50% damage, that's like...
That's nice.
My plasma build is pure damage over time. If I add 50% damage to that
It'll damage it into the past and into the future.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Right, all that is dead. Dead.
Nice, easy, and painless. I mean, painless for us, not for them.
Blah, 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 blah. Alright, I'm going to disband here and jump over onto one of my other accounts and see what else we've got.
Oh, goody, I just rewarped back into the middle of the battle. Oh, jeez.
I didn't kick people from the team yesterday before I changed accounts, and it took us like 20 minutes to figure out what was going on. The horrible disbandment. Like, we can't have one button to disband. That would make my life easy.
Yeah, that could have been, but...
Kill team.
Oh, I keep daydreaming about my new computer as well.
Oh god, now you got into a state of like euphoria that you can't wait to get it. I know that. I'm waiting for the 20th of November because a game of my one of my favorite franchises that I grew up with is getting a proper sequel, Stalker 2.
Okay, I have Herald ships on this one. What have other people got?
Oh, well, I've got Voth ships and Dysons here and the Borg TFO on my list.
Oh, excellent. Let's get a Borg TFO going. So, since you guys were here first, I will invite you, Cliff, but once again, I don't have you as a friend on this account. I have so many accounts. Oops, let's try that again. Good morning, Obi-Wan. And Cookie is AFK for a bit. Welcome to the lurking party. Alright, Cliff, invitation is sent. Who has joined us? Okay. Oh, new music. Good morning, Neeson.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Cliff, I sent you an invitation. I didn't send you an invitation. I sent you an invitation. And fifths to join us. Anybody want to join for a Borg TFO?
I was looking at a pure white computer build because that's something you can do today.
You can, but I'm going to tell you, if it's a plastic body rather than a metal body, the heat discolors it over time, so it gets to this kind of yellow look after like 2 years.
Depends on the plastic, but yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Really is. Oh, look at me wasting my transwarp to a wrong system.
Anybody else for a Borg TFO?
Jesus, I have a friend now who is messaging me like crazy because he's gonna buy a new computer too. And I'm like, you bought a new computer 3 years ago. You don't need a new computer. But I wanna.
Yeah. 3 years.
And he's only doing it because he knows I'm gonna build it for him. That's why he's trying to get it all in now, so he can get his part at the same time as I'm doing it. So I will build his computer too. I don't know if you can hear all the blip 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 in the background. He's sending me parts. Is this okay? Is this okay? Is this okay? Can I buy this? Can I buy this?
Mar Hawkman, I have sent you a private queue. So we now have a team in the private queue. If you're looking, it is there. Once Mar Hawkman accepts. Who needed the TFO? That was you, Chris?
Yeah, I needed a Borg one.
Okay. What's your preference? Since you need it.
Not really. I mean, we can do whatever. I'm sorry, I have no preference. You know, I like guillotine, I can do ISA, I can do Hive, whatever. Any space.
There we go.
Or TFO.
Do an old guillotine there so we can have some fun. Hopefully, it should pop since there's... Oh, gosh. Yep, there it is. It is queued up. Hang on, let's meet
Is it? My thingy?
No,
is
it's not.
functioning?
It is not. There goes
What
again.
is wrong with
Okay,
you
it's red
today?
now.
Hive ground elite, jeez, no.
No, it's... If you look in the queue, it's there. It's private, that's why it's not doing the flashy green thing. Hive ground elite. Maybe tonight? There we go. I forgot, private queues don't do flashy green.
Oh, he's just directly copying me. And he's like, okay, price is not an option for me either. It's getting ridiculous! We're old men now. You can't be acting
pitiful.
like you're 10.
Yeah, you can.
Why not? Why not? What's so bad about it?
Acting like... He doesn't know how to build, so he's just bombarding me with parcels like, can I use this one? Can I use this one? Can I use this one? Can I use this one?
Welcome
Like,
back.
Yeah. That's clearly bringing him joy. Why not?
Usually my way to build a computer is to call Pi. Pi, I need to build a computer. What do you want? This? Okay, I'll tell you what you need. Sends me a list. I used to do that to my husband, too. I need a new computer.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? I don't know what I want. I want to play Star Trek in live stream.
Well, those are criteria.
Everything else I can do off, a laptop. I don't care. That's just documents and writing.
I usually build PCs last for a while. And when I build PCs, I make a somewhat a spectacle out of it. Back in the day when I was working, before I retired myself, I was selling PCs for like twice the value of the parts in the machine. But because the machine looked the way it did, it was worth it.
Sometimes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So may I ask, Taz, how old you are?
43.
How did you retire and not go crazy? I can't even partially retire. My brain just is going, nope, you need to go to work.
And I have ADHD, and I can't sit.
Yep.
I can't sit quiet for 1 second.
Nope, me either.
How do I deal with it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always looking for things to do to keep me busy and engaged, and now I've got too much, and I just can't get away from working because my brain's going, you must work, you need the money. I don't need the money.
After I got into the modding scene, all the games has gotten like a infinite new playtime modifier, because you can make them look exactly how you want them to look. And as I mentioned, I've been playing Morrowind, a 20-year-old game, and it looks almost as good as fully modded Skyrim does today.
Wow.
I'm having such a good time. I didn't know it was possible. And yeah, with the new computer, there isn't enough time in the day for me to enjoy it all. So that's how I deal with it.
Yeah, I just can't do that mental leap of getting away from working. Maybe
That's
it's,
because
Maybe because you were a little bit too much programmed for work.
I am.
well, when I sit down and do my modding scene,
Mhm.
3 days can go past.
Ah.
I can go a whole day and forget to eat. That's how
Yeah.
excited
That's
I
it.
get about my project.
It's called hyperfocus, and ADHDers will
Mhm.
have that. I know that because sometimes I just get into something myself, and it's just like, it's 10 p.m. already. Like I
Yeah,
just sat
yeah,
down. It was
exactly.
3. What the hell? It's like, what?
Exactly.
The day can
I-
just disappear, and I could sit for a couple of days straight. If it wasn't for my dog, I would just never leave my chair.
Yeah, my dog goes past, so I don't have a reason to leave my chair anymore. It's
Oh.
quite sad.
Uh-huh.
But as you said, I get hyper focused and just go absolutely nuts.
For 8 these years, it's a dopamine kick for something that engages you and swallows
Mhm.
you wholly, and you just you just get into it with your full self. It's not just your mind that's
Yeah.
focused. It's everything pre-programmed to just think about it and do everything about it. I know it
Exactly.
because I'm the same, so I totally get that. And it's just like it swallows you, but you really like if you want to like get into a topic, then you read literally everything there is to read about it.
Exactly.
you-
That's
if-
exactly what I do. Everything. I consume it wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and it's
And,
it's a dopamine hunt, really. I had
Yeah, it is. As I call it time traveling, because when I take a step back and take account for the time, it's like, holy hell, 3 days has passed since I started this. Did I even remember to eat? I don't know.
Yeah, you completely shut down every other aspect of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, even hard sometimes it's hard to maintain friendships.
Yeah,
Because it's
it
not like you
really
ignore
is.
people. It's just like if they're not in front of you, and you hyper focus on something, you completely forget about everything else in your life.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
miss that. Right now I live on the clock. It's get up at 4, dogs out, dogs breakfast, get over here, do whatever prelims I've got for the first hour. Come on and join you guys, get done here. Run to the office, blah, 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 blah.
But currently, you sweet guys are filling all my social needs. So I'm completely happy.
I got my doggos for my outside activities, and I've got the guys at the gym for real outside activities. And I've got martial arts, but in theory, that's at most 10 hours a week for all of that put together.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, that leaves me 152 hours a week. If I'm doing my math right, what is it? 24 times 7, yeah, something like that. 160.
I fill a whole bunch of that kind of time with sleeping.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that.
ADHD, I don't sleep.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
you can completely
It's
forget
like
to go.
I take a tiny nap and then I'm awake again.
Yeah, but I love my naps, I will tell you that.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if I'm gonna start doing endeavors again, because after I stop doing endeavors, I'm actually getting 7 hours of sleep, and I've never gotten that before, and it's amazing.
Let's see, Lexer says, I followed the U.S. election nonstop, including the results, commentaries, etc. I ended up being roughly 60 hours without sleeping. I'm too old for that. My
Oh.
body is punishing me accordingly. My attitude of following the elections and all that stuff is nothing I can do about it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
The election is over. Now everything needs to focus on what we do next.
I have to ask about when Trump got elected the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You got all those meme videos of people screaming and crying and all that stuff.
Yep.
When he lost, they were cheering and celebrating and like, finally the devil's gone. No one in Trump's part of the arena did anything similar to that. And now when he won, they are all out crying again, acting like children, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah,
Well,
Don't
I-
you see yourself? Don't
you're
you?
right.
Well-
Like children.
Like-
I've actually seen a whole bunch of those reactions.
oh yeah.
And they're stomping and screaming and crying.
Crying.
Like a
Or-
little 4-year-old who wants a piece of candy.
Or they could actually just try and work
And
to
they're
make
like,
it a better
"You're
place
killing
despite
me,
what happened.
You're killing me. You're literally killing me. I'm like, what? How?
Some of the things I heard people say is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like-
going to be a tough 4 years. I tell you that. It's not going to be good. But
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
you're
particularly
not
good under
gonna
Biden
wake
either.
Up the very next day, having become like a slave, which people think is going to happen. It's like, no, it's not.
Well, the problem with Trump is probably because he's unpredictable. You never really know what he's gonna do, and
Yeah.
that's probably what's terrifying. You know, Obama, Biden, they were safe. You kind of knew what to expect of them.
Yeah,
as
but we still had
president.
some really serious negative stuff happen under both of them. But
Yeah, of course, but they were like within the safe margin of something that might happen. It wasn't like he did something. Either of them did something unhinged. You know, that was
That's true.
completely out of the role. But when it comes to Trump, well, considering what he says, it's just a little bit scary. And you know,
Okay, we're going to stop right now.
Yeah.
We are a non-political channel. I totally get you're allowed to have your opinions and your concerns and your worries and stuff. But we're not going to talk about it on this channel. You're more than welcome to take one of the side channels and chat to your heart's content. I'm not trying to censor you. You can't say that stuff. I am not going to do that. But we're not going to talk about it.
that makes sense.
However, the one thing I will say is if you do not like the political party of any place that's currently in power, and if you have the capability of working to change it, and you don't,
Then
Well,
it's a new push.
yeah, totally on you. I was chatting with somebody yesterday, and this is not political. It's, he's concerned about the state of things, and I said, well, okay, you can't change anything at the national level easily. Start changing things at your local level. Find a cause you believe in. Find other people who believe in that cause. You know, might be working at the animal shelter. It might be working with kids. Might be working with the homeless. It might be you want better public libraries. Whatever. Work with those people and start making the connections you need to start changing things there.
Yeah, talk to people. Be for your community locally.
And try to work positively. I think Lexer's brought up a comment about violence. It doesn't really solve a lot of anything.
Violence incites violence. I don't think you need to. I mean, people are easy to accuse the other party of like, oh, they're going to be violent. But when you wishing some harm on someone else, it's just becoming the same kind of. Just go to the same level.
Of course, we're saying that as we're killing an alien species here, or even not particularly alien species, just because.
I was thinking lately about the Borg because technically they are not like a race.
Nope, they're not.
I mean they originated from a race, but ever since like their origin, at least according to Beta canon, because in Alpha canon's been never explicitly explained.
Did we?
But like they are not they are not a race. They're not a species.
No, they're a collective.
They are.
They're
A
a
singular political perspective.
Ideological collective that has an agenda, but it's not like species species focused.
Did somebody assimilate something?
Yeah, but you know that can be reverted to what it originally was. We know it for a fact.
All right, let's go back to the really important thing. Dang it, I had a paragraph written on Obama. I'm not a real Obama fan, but I have a different reason for not liking Obama, and it's not political. I used to work at the University of Chicago Hospitals, which is in Hyde Park in Chicago. Where does Obama live? Hyde Park in Chicago. Meaning every time he was coming in or out of town, they would shut down the roads so that they could escort him there. And son of a gun, if I had an emergency patient and I'm racing in from the suburbs to get to the hospital in time,
stuck.
I'm stuck. I'm completely stuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. They tried to make it fast and efficient, but, there's a safety concern for him. I get that. But they take him down the main roads. Take him down the side roads. Take him a different way. Take him down Lakeshore Drive. Who cares if Lakeshore Drive gets shut down? I don't care because I don't go that way.
Stay off the hospital roads. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And for patients, it wasn't a problem because they just airlift them in. But for the nurses and the doctors and folks like me who had to work there, Okay, now on to the important question. Good morning, Godzilla 1. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. That is correct. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
I would argue that.
I know you would, but you are wrong.
There's
If
no
you
right or
eat a
wrong.
pineapple, it becomes mushy and icky and ew.
Well,
and
no,
does
no,
not
no,
belong
so-
on pizza.
No, it doesn't.
Now, pineapple, when it's warm and mushy, belongs in a pineapple upside down cake. It is delicious and wonderful and
Also, no.
yummy. What, you don't like pineapple upside down cake?
I only like fruit fresh. As soon as you heat up a fruit, I am done. I don't need it.
You're missing out. I mean, my mom used to do not a pizza with pineapple, but actually there was a casserole with potatoes, pieces of chicken. So like, you do a chicken soup and you have like chicken legs and just stripe them with the meat. But in there, it had banana, it had raisins, and I would never think that a combination like that would be good.
No.
But it was actually good.
No.
It wasn't her recipe, but I think she got it from a cousin or someone.
Okay, teriyaki chicken with pizza with pineapple. Does it still have like a tomato sauce base, or does it have like a teriyaki sauce base, or what?
Now I want a pineapple pizza.
No, I want pizza, but it's not pizza
Pizza
day.
is best with pepperoni and 4 cheeses.
Yeah! There we go. Man with some sense. Banana bread with raisins.
We have
it is good.
kebab pizzas, and there's everything in those. That's kind of awesome.
I love kebab. Barrows. I don't know Barrows. I know Sub-Barrows, but I don't know Barrows. And I am from Chicago.
You know what's also tasty? Pancakes with whiskey cocktail sauce.
What?
And boy, that sounds good.
Surprisingly, because if you just have a natural pancake, nothing in it, the whiskey cocktail sauce is just delicious with it. I found out while gourmetting, and I accidentally dropped my pancake in the sauce, and it's like, oh dear. I ate it, and ever since then, yep, that's a thing.
The closest Barrows pizza to where I live is 775 miles. Around the corner. There isn't one out in Chicago. Pizza in Chicago, probably... good question. What's good? I mean, there's a lot of good pizzas there. What's the one? My husband liked the pizza they made at the Walnut Room. I didn't really care for that one. I did make my own good pizza. Pineapples with chili paste. No, it has pineapples with some kind of salty, spicy, powdery thing on it, which he says is delish. I will totally take his word for him on that. Let's see. I have Herc frigates, disruptor damage in space, and Vodwire on the ground. Boy, I really don't have much of anything on this one today. So once again, unless you guys want to do like Swarm, who else has got stuff?
I have Mothships and Dyson Sphere, but I don't know.
Anything else? Taz, what have you got? Oh, that's right, you're not doing that.
Even Autobots, anti-proton damage, ground and disruptor damage, and complete transdimensional tactics.
Oh, we need to do transdimensional tactics, because not everybody has done it. Who needs transdimensional tactics? It's ground, Chris. I'm just letting you know.
It's ground. I should actually put down a ground. I have a ground weapon for that.
Oh, grab your ground weapon.
Let's roll this weapon into Tetrion.
Okay, Lexers is talking about pineapples roasted over a campfire with a hint of cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, I can totally see that one. Because roasted pineapple is amazing. I don't care what you say, Musin. Roasted pineapple is delicious. I just don't see it with savory stuff. Anyone else transdimensional tactics?
I can go.
Okie dokie.
Engage!
This weekend is going to be dedicated to painting my bedroom, maybe putting my furniture together, spending a ridiculous amount of money on a machine to shred the knee-deep leaves I have in my backyard, and they haven't all come off the trees yet. By the way, there's an undocumented bundle sale right now.
Someone do that for me. My
I think there's a general Zen sale because I think there was everything they could do.
Yeah, it's not undocumented. I actually got a message about it, so...
My homeowner association came to my door and asked if I wouldn't mind trimming my bushes.
Oh!
They had become too big.
We're not allowed to unless we put in certain forms and permits and all that stuff. And I was asking the neighbors about it, and we're doing no, don't worry about it. Nobody cares. It's a $25 a month homeowners association. If you cut down a tree, they will have a talk with you. But trim your bushes, rake your garden, take care of it. And I'm looking at my front yard, which literally is knee-deep in places with leaves, and then I look up at the trees. They're not even halfway done. I don't see a reason to start it, but my son said, yes, but I'm off on Monday, so if you buy the toys, we can do it on Monday. Oh, that's a good point. We can do that. Anybody else for transdimensional tactics?
Have they added... No, they have always had rings for planets. I just flew past a planet that looked... with rings that looked oddly 3D compared to what I'm used to looking at.
Huh. Cliff, me.
Well, they are changing the assets in the game. They try to make the game look a little bit better. So if something is more 3D than it used to be, then I think it's a...
They are working on a lot of little things. I keep thinking it's a matter of they're going to the new devs and going, okay, let's see if you know what you're doing. Make this 3D, and going through their list of meant to make that 3D 6 years ago. Yeah. One of my bosses at a previous company...
I mean, that's fair. If that makes the new devs more familiar with the engine and how it works and how to implement stuff, then I'm up for it. I mean, it does still increase the quality of the game, and
yeah, I'll
they
take
still
it.
get the learning lessons.
Godzilla 1 is following. Thank you, Godzilla 1. We appreciate the follow. Okay, we got 4 of us. Let's see what happens.
I'm just gonna grab a quick phone call. Be right back.
Okay, weeboo. Weeboo.
Hei, om jeg kan låne 300 kroner til senere i dag. Tusen takk. Greit det, hei.
I think we can still hear you, Taz.
We can still hear Taz. That's okay. He doesn't mind that we're listening in on a phone call in language that we don't understand. We're good.
I don't have the biggest worries. I was just transferring some monies for kebabs.
Can you send some to me while you're at it? We do not have good kebab here. We've got other stuff, but not kebab.
If I buy a kebab here and send it to you, it probably won't be good when it arrives.
No, it won't. I'll just have to move over there. It was one of my favorite things about living at the hotel I lived at in Germany is there was a 24/7 doner kebab across the street. That made my life so good.
You're Swedish.
I am Swedish, yes.
You should have a preference for eating potato dumplings.
I do love my potato dumplings, yes. Weirdly enough, never had them when I was in Sweden.
That might also be the Polish part talking.
Yeah, that could be too.
Because we do love our potato dumplings.
Yes, we do, and Chicago has a huge Polish community. Huge.
I don't know. It's probably the biggest, outside of New York, is probably the biggest location of Polish people over there in Chicago.
Yep. Actually, it might be bigger than New York. At one time, it was the second largest.
Yeah, it will be bigger than New York, but like the biggest assemblies are probably like around New York and Chicago.
In Chicago, yep. Just because not only is it a large number of people, but it's a very big community.
Yeah. And they're just kind of stuck around and people keep coming in.
Mm-hmm. Well, when people moved to the States originally from Europe, they would come over and they'd stay with friends and relatives obviously the same ethnic origin, and that's where we got these very large communities within the city. So affectionately we have Koreatown, Germantown, Swedish, it's not Swedish Town, Swedish Village, where you can still go to this day, though less Swedish than before, which is a bummer. I am told that Anderson's Bakery still exists. I haven't been there since I was a kid. It's the only place you could go for really good Swedish breads and pastries.
We have a lot of bakeries in Norway.
You know,
It's really nice. You have fresh bread every day. It's
we
so
do
good.
not have good bakeries here. It's something I was noticing the other day. I had really overwhelming desire to go get a cookie. You know, just a cookie, just one. I don't want a box of pre-made cookies. I want a cookie. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized there's no place to go for a cookie. There's a good pastry shop if I want to go get, like, croissants. There's a good pastry shop if I want to get a cupcake. But they're so niche that we don't have old school bakeries.
Yeah.
And no, I do not want to go start one. I don't have the money, the time, or the patience. But it's actually something we need. And bread. The breads here are, bleh, they're all white bread, or variations of white bread. There's no good rye
What?
bread. Yeah. If you get really specialized, they might have a whole
never
wheat.
get white bread. I never get white
I'll-
bread because it doesn't taste anything. It's tasteless. We have all these lovely different tasting breads. It's amazing, and they are filling and they last for a long while.
Mhm.
Our breads are so good you can eat them plain with nothing on it. It's like amazing.
I'm sorry, I didn't. No. Let's see. Cliff has destroy Undine ships. Cliff, how many Undine ships do you have to destroy? Because after yesterday's unimpressive Undine assault, I don't want to do that one again.
What?
We did Undine assault
Destroy
yesterday.
all?
That took like 30 minutes.
Whoa.
It was crazy how the command vessel that clears the rifts got stuck someplace, and we had to go back and find it.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
that can be annoying.
It was very annoying.
I saw that happen,
Yeah.
and somebody skipped a ship in that lane. That's the only way it gets stuck.
That's what I thought, but we went back there and there wasn't a ship back there. Do we have anything else for Undine?
No, but they can kill a ship over time.
They can, yes,
It's
that's
just-
happened.
I'm pretty sure they took out the ship that was keeping them behind.
Lexer says do viscous cycle. The problem is it does take 10 minutes, and we have about 6 minutes left before I have to go to work. Because, you know, that's life.
Infected?
Yeah, we can do an infected. Anybody else want to join us? We got room for one more in infected land.
I can do.
Alrighty, Chris.
That was for space infected, right?
Yes, it is space infected. I won't deliberately do ground.
Aww.
Cliff, you're already in the party. You're still here.
Just wants to make sure he doesn't miss out.
You're here. Not to worry.
Oh, I was looking at a new monitor.
Oh, which one?
I'm more excited about the technology. Pixel speakers.
Pixel
Wee-woo.
speakers. Weeboo?
What?
The entire monitor is the speaker.
So what, the pixels are vibrating and they generate sound?
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Oh, that is weird.
And I was like, wow, I need that in my life.
You're really a gadget guy, aren't you? You just like those little
Yep,
pieces,
exactly. It's like
little stuff.
It's not gadgets, they're toys.
when I walk from one room to another room. If I'm watching on TV in one room, the TV will automatically turn on and switch to my program if I walk into the other room.
Okay, that's weird.
That is cool.
That's
I
awesome.
want it.
Oh,
Of course, I
It's
have
amazing.
the outline of my houses. There's basically 2 rooms upstairs and 1 room downstairs. Everything else is a giant room. So I can see, if I have the TV on, I can see it from almost any place. But until it got here, I think I watched TV like twice.
Ah. It's
My
not,
I'm not anti-TV, it's just, moving in, there's always something, and since he's been here, I still haven't unpacked.
You moved in here
March 1st.
months ago,
Yes,
so
March 1st. But Id is in the process of finding his world. So that will change on December 31st. I go back to being a solo person, maybe before that. And I'm finally going to move all the stuff out of the boxes and probably throw away half of it at this point. And
our dog is
repaint.
still in the intruder alert wherever he moves about.
Yes! My God, they're amazingly stupid. Stranger alert! He's been here 6 months, girls. Still a stranger. No.
Like, what if, do they react the same way to, when your son comes
No,
off?
not at all. They just turn into wiggle monsters.
nice. Wiggle
It's
monster.
so bizarre. He's not been living with you ever since they've been around, so...
No, but... Well, Loki wasn't with my son as long... Fifi was my son's dog originally, until he discovered that Enoch the cat did not like Fifi the dog, and Enoch the cat got there first, so... He called my husband and said, "Can you take over me? Can you adopt her?" "Yeah, we can adopt her, no problems." We had a dog at the time, and they took about a day or 2 to get used to each other. And then Errol passed away, and shortly thereafter we adopted Loki temporarily, for another 18 months. We'll see.
6 months, and they still haven't got used to him. Jesus.
Yeah. Cookie says, my
Kinda
house
not
has
funny.
my house has 2 sides, an actual wall in the middle to separate me along my grandmother and my mother along my sister. That's interesting.
That's not separation enough from mother, I'm sorry.
Depends on your mother.
I mean, yeah, I could be around my grandma. I mean, my current grandma is probably too far gone. But generally, if she was fine, I would not mind having her around. But my mom, no.
Well, I got along with my mom, but if it had been my mother-in-law, ooh, that would not have been good.
So yeah, there was a little damage.
Just a little. Who am I running on here? This isn't
Did I
Bruce.
AFK you? I hope not.
No, not at all. I got one in my pew-pew. You
got
have to try hard to AFK.
16K.
So, Cookie, that's what it wanted to do, is to buy a house that was for 2 families, rent out half, and live in the other half, which is a great idea. You just need a little bit of money.
Yeah. We have these houses. They're called twins, and they used to be built in the 70s, 80s, I think,
Mm-hmm.
on the outskirts of the city. And they're cute because they can't even break a wall and just make a door between them, but they still like to keep themselves separate.
Yeah.
But so most of the time it's just same building, but it's divided in half, and one half belongs to parents, and the other one is just for the kids and stuff like that.
For a long time, that was super common here. It's a little bit harder to find, but now you're finding in the older parts of the city, downtown, they have done that. They've turned what were bungalows into these, we call them duplexes, but yeah. So it's a house that has a left and right side that are now mirror images of each other. Great if you all like each other, because you're going to be living next to each other. If you don't like each other, not so fun. Anyway, time for me to go to work, everybody. So on behalf of Moopsy in the morning, we are going to get our butts out of here and go to work and make some money. And Taz is going to send me suggestions on how to disengage from the working lifestyle so I can get done with this.
You have an ADHD. I can guarantee you'll enjoy every bit of it, but maybe that will help.
I don't know if that's the solution, but maybe. Maybe. Everyone have a wonderful day and stay moopsome.
Me too.
Have a great day, Mom.
Thank you. You guys too. Moopsy. Moopsy. Shun the non-believers.
Yeah.
Shun.
Yeah.